So I want to thank all of you for being here and thank all of you for being here. Thank you. This is an important signing, this bill signing of House Bill 2060. Domestic violence is a scourge in our society. And this bill and its reforms will go a long way to protecting victims, to holding abusers accountable, and keeping guns out of the hands of dangerous individuals. And I want to personally thank the hundreds of advocates, many of whom are here today, and everyday citizens who made their voices heard and got this bill to my desk. Pennsylvania did the right thing with House Bill 2060. It did the right thing to protect victims of domestic violence. We stepped up as a united front against domestic abusers and in support of women, children, families, and communities. We did this to protect victims, to protect spouses, to protect children, to protect first responders, police officers, and to prevent domestic abusers from hurting a family member or a community member and potentially escalating their violence into everyday places that could result in greater tragedy for even more people. The enactment of this law is yet another example of how we can all work together to address an issue that impacts far too many people. I applaud the General Assembly for acting on this bipartisan, common sense legislation to protect victims and reduce violence. Here in Pennsylvania, we have proven time and time again that people come before partisanship. It's something that we need more of throughout this country. With House Bill 2060, we have yet another way to keep powerful weapons out of the hands of those who pose a danger to our citizens. And with this new law, domestic abusers are required to surrender guns to enforcement officers within 24 hours of conviction or the issuance of a final protection from abuse order. Victims will have the option to be escorted home by a police officer after a protection from abuse order is issued, and victims will be able to extend a PFA if it expires while the abuser is still incarcerated. With this new law, we can make our neighborhoods, our communities, and our public spaces safer. There's more that we can do, such as requiring all those who wish to purchase a firearm to go through a state police background check, a system that has been lauded as a national model for preventing guns from getting into the hands of people who shouldn't have them. Again, thank you to the many advocates for gun safety and protection for those affected by domestic violence. Your voices combined to create a clear message heard by our legislature as it took up House Bill 2060, the result of multiple pieces of legislation, of tireless advocacy, of determination, and ultimately of widespread support. I commit that I will continue to listen to you, to work with you, to ensure that we are working together to make Pennsylvania a safer place for every Pennsylvania citizen. I hope that this bill is just the beginning of more bipartisan work to find common sense ways to keep dangerous weapons away from dangerous people. We owe the citizens of this Commonwealth a safe place, and we need to continue to work together, politics aside, to make sure that that's a reality.